It's a really good tip.
Now. We're recording now. Go ahead. Thank you very much.
Okay. Take two. So, when you guys, when you start running your business deep and you look back and you see, it'll happen. It's very, very common. You'll see people inactive, not using the products as often as, you can go back and find out, what I do, what I've been told also to do is to go back and reconnect with a lot of people and find out, why they started in the business in the first place. What drove them to start the business, and why are they using the products, and if they're not, is there any reason? And anyway, when it comes to a point that people are no longer interested, like I had one guy say to me, Anth, I'm on a totally different track at the moment. I thought I wanted it as a business opportunity, and didn't even touch the products. So didn't use the products at all, wasn't interested in the business. So then what I did, I said, hey, do you see yourself either using the products or having a look at the business? He goes, to be honest, no. I said, okay, great. Look, I actually got you in the business when you're quite high up, and since then there's a lot of people below you. Would it be okay if I was to actually give, the account to somebody else, And then one or two things will happen. Either they're going to say, yeah, great, go for it, or B, they're going to think, wow, okay, so they're going to probably think twice about it, I still haven't had someone think twice about it, but it gives you an opportunity to just keep that spot and then potentially replace it with somebody else who will be a business builder at some point. So that keeps your posture there, and it doesn't mean if someone is inactive, it doesn't mean it's gone. Literally, it doesn't mean it's gone. It's just a spot to replace with somebody else. Nobody is irreplaceable is basically the message here.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, John, let's begin by introducing tonight's, because I thought today was brilliant. Our conversation about what we're going to discuss, because it's very, very important. So take it away. Just introduce to the group what we're going to be discussing today.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of thinking about people attending meetings, attending functions, attending trainings, attending this very thing we're doing tonight. There's an old saying in network marketing: the people who show up, go up. Now think about that. The people who show up, go up. I think in the 3.5 years I've been involved in the business, and I built it slow, but I haven't. I haven't. No, even when I was in hospital after having a stroke, I came out and presented 10 days later. So I have not missed one meeting in my area since I started, not one. And if I've been in the country, most meetings that are in Brisbane, I drive up there. Scott and I used to go to, to Noosa and present when there was only a dozen people showing up at meetings up there, and Lyndon used to get us to go up and do the meetings up there. So, but the importance is, if you go to meetings, and we used to have our meetings at Trilogy on the Gold Coast. I have a number of people within Trilogy who are in my team. Some are active, some are not. One guy in particular had signed about 10 or 12 people, and he was going well as he was heading towards Pearl. He's just under Pearl. He wouldn't come down to a meeting. He lived in the building, and he wouldn't spend 5 minutes to hop on the lift and come down and come to the meeting because I haven't got any new people there. And it used to make me a little angry, because as I said to him, and I'll say to you guys, if you go along to a meeting and you've got new people there, and everyone else who hasn't got people just doesn't show up, you're going to have a little meeting, and you're going to be really angry that you haven't got a full meeting. It's important to be at every meeting because you validate new people's thoughts about it. So if you've got a meeting of 10 or 12 people, it's okay. If you've got a meeting of 30 people, it's getting better. But there's a meeting of 80 or 90 people, new people look around and they say, wow, well, there's a lot of people here like me. It validates their decision to A, look at it, or B, get involved. I don't want to ever, and I hate hearing that excuse, oh, look, I've got no one new, so I'm not going to go. What if we all did that? And then Rachel showed up at a meeting, and we've all decided not to go to a meeting because it's in the area, and we decide not to go because we haven't got any new. And Rachel shows up with a couple of people, and they look around and go, I thought you said this was pretty good. I thought there was a lot of people getting involved with this. It's important to show up. You'll always learn something new, and you're going to be doing presentations yourselves. It's very important to look at and learn from other people who are presenting. You'll always learn something new. I've learned a lot from Stevie Baker, who starts with a few jokes. I've learned a lot from Lyndon Biernoff. I've learned a lot from Aaron, Angela Ascenti. I go to all of the meetings, regardless of whether I've got someone new or not. I must stress, please, if there is a training on or if there's a meeting within your area, go to it. You're obviously serious business builders. Otherwise, you wouldn't be giving us every Sunday evening. You wouldn't be doing this. So you guys are the business builders. I'm not talking to the people who sign up and buy a pack and use the products now and again. I'm not talking to the people who. But I have a question I ask people: are you going to do this full time, part time, or sometimes? And if we don't have sometimes people on this call, obviously, because we're here. So obviously we're not doing this sometimes. We're thinking about it on a daily basis. We're taking action every day. So let's make going to meetings part of our plan. I've got a month of view folder, and I have every meeting in the country in that folder. The ones that I personally am going to, I highlight in one color. The ones that are in areas where I've got people, I highlight in another color. When I'm talking to new people and I open up this folder, this calendar, and they see all this, and I see their eyes go, whoa. And it gives, again, a perception that, hey, this guy's busy. He's the right guy to talk to. This fellow's not just a now and again. He's busy, so he's the right guy to get involved with. And you really must do that. Well, no, I'll rephrase that. That's a very South African phrase. You must do it. I'm suggesting you do it because I think it's a good idea. But I'm not going to say you must. You mustn't do it. You must do it. All right.
You mustn't do it. I find it, John, very, very true. One thing I noticed by going to meetings, because personally for me, we have the big one in Riva, then we have the mini ones, and you have 2 or 3 people that say they're going to come to the big one, and eventually they all text you. I've had a triple whammy, one time, all 3 texted, couldn't come, and this is as I'm driving there. Could have easily done a U-turn and go back. I've got a great book called Peaks and Valleys, very, very, very thin book, and it talks about successful people. There are peaks and valleys in life, where it's downs, right? So those who are successful and those who maintain happiness are the ones that see the peak in every valley. Yeah. So when you're driving to this place and all of a sudden, you get 3 texts and you pull over and all 3 have cancelled, right? That's a valley right there. So you're in a valley. So then while you're there, how do you find a peak? What good can you find of a bad situation right now? And that is, for me, people often say, how do you remember all this stuff? How do you remember things that just roll off your tongue or say some certain things? How do you know this stuff? And the answer to that is the brain. The brain registers information slowly. It just registers and stores information. So the more you expose yourself to personal development and grow, the more you go to these events, you pick up something. You'll pick up something that you didn't pick up last time. Yeah. So there's more to it than trying to get something, because someone didn't show up to a meeting, I'm not going to go. No, I go there for me. I go there for the reasons why, because I want to grow as a person. I want to feed my belief, my certainty, what I believe, and the other thing is, I'm announcing something, aren't I? Remember, don't watch the lips, watch the feet. So what are you doing? So I'm announcing I'm going there. I'm going there because it means to me, it's important to me, regardless as a person or not. I want to connect with people. I want to write some things down, learn something I didn't do last time, and most importantly, feed your dream. Feed your dream. Do what you can. The fact that everybody, the right people are here tonight, we're feeding our dreams here. We're working as a unit. We're sharing, ideas, and we're growing together. This is what it's all about. Whether it's small events like this, whether it's the ones that we do weekly, whether it's the big the big once a year ones or the international ones. It's really important that we go. My first ever experience in Singapore, I went with 4 people. I went with me, myself, Anthony, and I. That's the 4 people that I went with, right? And it was all the 4 most important people should have been there. Were there, and it doesn't matter as long as you go there, and what you get out of it. And you can't paint a picture to people. You can't paint. You can't express. You can't paint emotion, right?
Yeah.
You just can't. Even if people say to you, "How was it?" Right? How was the event? I mean, what do you say? It's hard to explain. What would you say, John? Someone said to you, "How was the event?" How do you explain how it was? We say it was great. It's difficult, right?
It is, because you hear so many different points of view. You get to network with so many people. I've met at meetings in Thailand, for instance. I met with Anthony and Exan Cariglo, and they have become good friends. And just Anthony will send me a message every now and again. Exam will send me a message every now and again. I didn't go to Macau because I wasn't allowed to fly the last year. This year I went to Singapore. We were walking around the waterfront after being out for dinner one evening, and we bumped into them. And the very first thing, they walked up and, "Hey, how are you going?" There's the Americans. Exan said, "I still got your hat, Johnny. I still got your hat. I'll bring it back for you." Now, it's 2 years ago, but I've asked them. I've gone, and every now and again I've sent them a message and asked them a question, and they just come back. Now, if they didn't know who I was, they probably wouldn't. They come back with an answer. The one other thing I want to stress very much about meetings: you send a message to everyone if you're in early and help set up, and you stay late and help break down. Now, I know that it's not always possible for people to do that. But if you're one of the first in, if you're the guy or the girl who's seen getting the glass of water and taking it up and putting it up for the speaker, if you're seeing that, the leaders, the speakers will notice that, and you gain kudos. Another thing I've started doing, and Jackie says you're a nutcase, but I do it, at our meetings here on the Gold Coast, I tend to get in a little early, and then I get up and I greet people coming through the door, whether they're on my team or not. And I met a couple coming through the door who they've oh, what the heck? They've just heard about it and came along. They weren't in anyone's team. Now they're in mine. Because I greeted them at the door, so that when they had questions, because I'd greeted them, they came and asked me questions, and they decided to join me. Now, does that happen all the time? No, of course not. But you put yourself in a position where you're seen as, that's the go-to guy. He's the guy who welcomed us. He's the girl who brought the water up the front. And you find also that as that happens at meetings, the leaders will tend to ask you to give a testimonial. Because you've impressed them. And that's your opportunity to shine. That's your opportunity. You can decline. Personally, I love speaking in front of people. The first couple of times I saw Stevie Baker, I think he was going to wet his pants, quite frankly. He hated speaking to people. He was standing, he was jumping from foot to foot, and he was rubbing his hands. He said, "Oh God, I'm so bloody scared." And I said, "Okay, you're cool, mate. You played in front of 100,000 people at the MCG. It's just a different thing. I'm out there and they're up in the stands." But,
wow, that's interesting.
But he's done it.
He pulls it off.
He does
pulls it off with comedy. He just pulls it off with comedy.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very good.
So there's my advice. Be early, help to set up, be the go-to person, help to break down. It's just a sign of leadership. It's nothing else. It's a sign of leadership. And good leaders are good servants.
Yes, they definitely are.
Absolutely. Good leaders are good servants. The more you serve, the better a leader you're going to be. I don't think I've got much more to say on the subject, really. I suggested to Anthony Day we try and make it short. Now, I'm going to open it up. Anyone, I'll start with Rachel. You're on the right, so I'm going to, you're on my right. You're on my right. Anything you want to add?
No, I don't. I agree with everything you said. And I'm doing the 2.5-hour drive on Tuesday to go to the Perth meeting.
That's
awesome.
That's what we mean. And your team will know you're doing that. and your team
Oh,
will respond. You tell them. Exactly.
Well, I've got someone in my team who didn't go to the last meeting because she didn't want to go on her own.
Yep.
So I need to go. She's coming with me.
Do you know who's
Awesome.
presenting?
Lyndon and Taylor.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's be a great meeting then.
Yeah, be around.
Yeah, have that vision, guys. Have that vision. Getting into Sapphire and Sapphire Elite, and you start traveling with these people, and you start doing meetings with them. How exciting is that going to be? How exciting will it be once you guys start getting to these levels, and then you'll be doing the meetings? You know,
Yeah.
You know, you've got to get to that. Speed yourself up. I actually, Jim Rohn made a statement one time. It's always about focusing on the future, because when you focus on the future and you have something in advance, it sort of drags you there. So if you have this vision of you being on stage, doing a presentation, traveling around Australia, doing all that, then all this little stuff here is not going to matter. You know, you've got that long vision. You know, what that person said to you today is not going to matter. You know, a little minutiae that we sort of fall victims of, it won't matter because you have that bigger vision, you know, and I think it's great that you're doing that, Rachel. It's really, really good.
Awesome.
Well, Julia, let's go to you. Is there anything you want to add to regarding attending meetings? Because obviously we had an awesome time in Singapore. We built some great relationships. Can you add anything? What are your feelings, your thoughts? What was your experience like when you had, you know, it was me, you, Scott Napier, John Chain, you know, all of us all together. How did it feel for you to be connected?
Oh, it was the best thing I have experienced so far, because it brought so much belief in the company, and seeing all these people as well. Having more people at events obviously makes people believe in it more as well. And the training was amazing. And I think learning about, a lot of the times you don't see all the stuff online. You learn more about different things, details about products and how to prospect, Facebook marketing and things like that. You learn at those events. You don't really learn them very much, you know, cruising through Facebook, because you get distracted. But I think I learned a lot of that. And especially at our last Brisbane event, John, you were there as well. We learned so much there. That was amazing. And if you didn't go, you wouldn't know any of that, and you couldn't produce it in your business. And it just gives a big belief in the company attending. And if you just kind of let it fizzle out, then your belief fizzles out as well, I think.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Rachel came over to Melbourne. It was Melbourne, wasn't it, Rachel? And did you enjoy that?
Melbourne was unreal.
Yeah.
Melbourne was unreal.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird. I think I spoke to you about it, John. I know I spoke to Ellen about it. You know, like you pick these people and you follow them for a couple of months, and they kind of become rock star status, because you're like, oh, that's who I want to be. Yeah. And I remember going up to some people and like, oh my God, I'm so happy I finally met you. And they're looking at me like I'm a moron. I've been following you for 5 months. So impressive what you're doing. You're a mom too. And they're like, who are you? You just, aside from everything that you learn, I think when you're in a room with 1,000 people, and I can't imagine what Singapore was like with 15, but being in a room with 1,000 people all on the same page, and perhaps when you come into an environment where there's not a lot of belief in what you're doing, and then you're in a room full of people believing in what they're doing because they're doing the same as you're doing, you're like, well, 1,000 people can't be wrong. Like, awesome.
Yeah.
And I think the important thing is that when you meet these people, you realize that, hey, they're not a lot different to me. They're pretty much.
I was just about to say that, John, because if you didn't attend those meetings, like you said, those people wouldn't know you. So the more you attend the meetings and the more you help, the more they will help you. And I've been on the phone to Lyndon 3 times in the last few weeks, and he's amazing. He's helping me. Like, he's like a multi-millionaire, and I'm just like, oh.
It's awesome. It's so awesome the way we work in this business. It's just awesome how everybody helps you. You know what I mean? Even people that are not even cross-line, you know, whatever, they help, right?
Yeah.
Kathy Day, how are you doing over in amazing Orlando?
It's great. I went to a huge hair show yesterday. There was about 7,500 people there. And
Wow.
I moved a bunch of people. I networked and I made some tremendous contacts. And I have a couple salon owners that want to sign up in January.
Right.
And I'm going to be meeting with several of them probably in the next couple of months. So it's very exciting. We have
Fantastic.
like maybe once a month, but I talked to the corporate office and they are going to try to do more. They're going to try to have more since they're in a new facility now. So. And I didn't forget about you, John. I did contact them about what we talked about a couple of weeks ago, and they haven't got back to me yet, so I'm still waiting.
Keep on it. And you, of course, went to Orlando to the American conference, didn't you?
No, I didn't get to go because I had my friend's mother passed away, so I wasn't able to go.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you'd gone. Okay.
Oh, no, that's,
Yeah.
Kathy,
Happened
can I
pretty much.
ask you a quick question?
yes.
Now, we haven't really spoken in depth or anything like that, but I've obviously seen you all the other Sundays. Are you involved in beauty salons as well?
Yes, I've been a hairdresser and in the beauty
Oh,
industry.
yeah, awesome. If you guys don't mind, like sort of hijacking the post quickly, because I'm also a beauty therapist and a hairdresser, and I haven't actually approached any salon owners. I'm just shit scared. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. But Kathy, can you give me any tips?
Yeah, don't be scared. Just be yourself. I walk
Oh, yeah.
and that's one of the first things I say to them. Well,
What do you say, sorry?
I usually tell them right off the bat that I'm in the beauty industry, and that
Yeah.
gives you credibility. They look at you with respect. I noticed that if I came on off the street and just said, "Hi, my name's Sally, and I have a great product," they would probably kick me out. But because I
Sorry, Sally.
Thanks, Sally.
Yeah.
So when I come
Be
in, I tell them who I am and that I've been in the industry for years, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, awesome!" Then they sit down and speak with me. So it's really
Okay.
great. It does help a lot. So you just have to go in and just tell them, what you do and who you are and how passionate you are about the business. That helps a lot.
And do you promote more so the products at first or the business idea?
First, I come in basically with the products because being in the industry, I was really big in retail, and I know how much money they make off of it. So
I suck at retail so bad.
well, that was my favorite thing to do was sell. So they really respect that because if they can make some money, that's what they look at first. They
Yeah.
wanna, they sell wholesale, they want to make retail. So
Yeah, because I read at our JFire group that a couple of people asked about approaching salon owners and that it would be too expensive to use the products on a regular basis and facials and things like that. And that's why I kind of shied away from it because salon owners, I mean, I have a home salon. I haven't got a big fancy salon anywhere on the main road. A lot of people kind of shied away from that when those comments were made that it's too expensive to
What would you charge? What would you charge, say, to do an eye treatment with Instantly Ageless? What would you charge someone to do that?
Oh, I'd probably do it for free.
No, okay.
Just the eyes.
So from a business point
You mean
of view,
a facial?
no, yeah, but if you were to offer that as an added on a value added service, what would you charge for it?
Well, because you need to do kind of prepare your skin. I mean, we've seen this video going around, and I totally agree with that. You got to prepare your skin. So it would sort of be a mini facial anyway to start with.
Okay.
And at least have serum moisturizer underneath, and then the eye cream. I don't know, maybe $35 or something. It's really quick.
Okay.
But
so
if you did
an Instantly Ageless costs you $1.50 a vial, a sachet.
Yeah.
So there's very good profit to be made.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about a facial cleanser, serum moisturizer, a mask. Mask is a biggie.
Yeah.
Because people obviously feel the difference with a mask. And I've read a few times now that salon owners have commented that approached other salon owners that it would be too expensive to keep doing facials. I don't know. I haven't actually gone through the figures or numbers or I haven't actually measured out how many masks I can get out of one of the tubes. I have no idea.
I saw a very
That's why I
interesting.
tried it away.
I saw a very
lot,
interesting
a lot.
comparison
Yeah.
for anti-aging products today, and I meant to grab it, and I will. I'll go back and find the site. And someone had said, and when people tell you that our products are too expensive, show them this. And these products were $400, $500, $600, $700 per pot,
Ridiculous.
and
I
they
know,
just go
yeah.
to the bottle.
I just should not read all that stuff and just, you know, do my own experience, really.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Something, if I can add something, I can.
Motivated.
If you
Go on,
walk into
Kathy. Go, Kathy.
a salon and the salon owner says that it's going to cost them too much money, then what I do is I offer to come in and do a spa day for them, for their customers. And then once they see how little product I use and I demonstrate it and show them what I'm using, and then I say how much it would cost them, then they realize, oh wow, this doesn't cost much at all. And I could do an add-on product, you know, if they want to do Instantly Ageless or the mask. So I talked to them about doing the mask as an individual, like a specialty facial. And so when you can offer them something that they don't already have that's really great, then they look at it a different point of view, especially when they see you demonstrate it and the little bit of product that you actually use. It kind of changes their mind about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
helps.
That helps, Jules?
That helps. I might like to talk to you in depth about that, Kathy, if that's okay,
yes,
one day.
definitely. Yes.
Perfect.
Definitely.
Thanks. Sorry, guys, about hijacking that.
David Camilleri, brother, how you doing there?
Good, my man. Yourself?
Very well. Okay. Very well, mate. So, question: do you have anything to add regarding tonight's topic about attending events? Anything else you want to sort of raise, or anything else for that matter?
I think you guys covered it very well. I haven't had the privilege of going to any of the big meetings. I've been to Riva a couple of times and the local ones, but even just going to those, it does give you a greater sense of belief, what Julia said. And I think that just propels you, keeps the momentum going. I think it's very, very important to stay plugged in.
Yes.
Because it can be very lonely. You know, you're on your own, you're trying to talk to people, and if you're getting a lot of no's, it can, you know, kick you up the bum. So I think having these every Sunday is fantastic. That sets the tone for the week. I think Sunday night's really, really good because you got the Monday and off you go. And having those meetings to look forward to, the local ones, if they're every couple of weeks and that, it just builds
really
that
see her from down
that
there,
belief.
but
It's fantastic. So no, I'm very happy with the meetings. I think it's very, very important from a business growth point of view. So I think we all should just make the effort.
David, a reminder, mate. There's not many teams like us out there. You know, not that I know of anyway.
I think we're very lucky
on a weekly basis that connects people together, and we get a lot of value out of all of these meetings that we do. It's the value that we get out of them. We walk away with a sense of certainty, fired up for the week, you know, and also connected to our Facebook. If someone's got a great quote for the day or something that's going to help, you know, I tend to have some thoughts for the day, and I thought, hey man, I think maybe my team or the legacy, they will benefit from something like this, you know, share it away, And we're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves, right?
Exactly.
So we're in business
from
for ourselves.
a leadership point of view, and having this group, it actually helps from a business perspective because you can promote this group in a sense for the prospects who are a little bit want to get into the business but don't really know how, and say, look, we got this fantastic group. We're meeting Sunday nights. The training's phenomenal. We've got that Facebook group where you can get the support. So I think this is a great tool to actually promote for your prospects.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's very good.
Especially people who indicate that they have got those leadership qualities, and that you can identify that they are servant leaders, that they would gain from it. Yeah, too right. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. We got, I believe Kel has just joined us. Good to have you, Kel, with us.
Kel, I'll unmute you. Righto. Go.
Thanks, guys. I'll be there in a sec. I'm just finishing off dinner. I won't be long.
Whoa,
No worries.
isn't
What have
that
you got?
right?
Anything left for
What
us?
are you having for dinner?
Fish and chips.
Oi!
Nice.
Fiffers and tippers, as you would say. Fiffs and chips, isn't it?
Isn't
Fish
it?
and chips. No, we call them
Fish and
fish and chips.
Yeah, that one too.
Enjoy it. Enjoy.
I'll be. Oh no, I'm nearly finished. I'll be out in a minute. So I'll talk.
Cool.
No worries, Cal. Thank you.
Bye. Won't be long.
Stewie Green,
G'day, how you going?
you're on.
I would probably reiterate what Dave said about them being a great way to stay plugged in when you're by yourself and getting a few no's or maybes or whatever you call them. I have been lucky enough to sort of go and meet some people on other teams, and they've been incredibly helpful.
Yep.
To me, and even just when you go to the next one, they give you a wave or a handshake, and they make you feel, part of the family, I guess. So,
Yep.
Really important to keep going.
I want to come back and say you'll remember us having Taylor on a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, there's that. She is the perfect epitome of a servant leader. She makes no money at all from any of us. She's in a totally different league. So we're not in her team in any way. We can't feed any points to her or anything. But she gave that time to help us as a servant leader.
But so are you, John and Anthony, because I'm not in your team either. You are also servant leaders.
I'll just do what I can.
Sometimes though, it's actually what we do, and that's very true, John. Servant leader, but on top of that, it's the fact when we act. Some of the times, they say go back to the basics. As a personal trainer, I often go back to the basics. One reason I love working with new clients is because I go back to the basics, and the basics remind me. They work as a reminder. Most of the times, yes, we know we're giving all this, we're servant leaders. You know what? Ultimately, we're doing this to remind us about about what's needed, what's important. Again, this is an opportunity for us to grow, right? So you're either going to climb or you're going to slide. Yeah. So really every single day that we do this, we do it, yes, to add value, and whether we're adding value and there's no reward financially, maybe not, but it doesn't matter. But the reward comes from, the acknowledgement. We know that I'm expressing myself in a way to remind myself about something.
Yeah, I do it because I cannot wait for a bunch of us to get on these free trips. I can't wait till we all can stay after we've been meeting every Sunday night for yonks, and all of a sudden, bang, 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 we're qualifying for free trips, and we're qualifying to go places, and we're walking across the big stage as new pin titles, and I'm going to be the loudest. Woo! Believe me.
That's where it's special, guys. This is where it's special. You're right, John. It's the unity, it's the chemistry. Working together as one family, and when we were with Julia and John and Scott, I felt like that. We would catch up in the mornings, we'd do the breakfast, we'd just do, we'd just work as a cool little unit, and how awesome would it be to just expand that unit to a larger degree like we have at the Legacy, and even bigger and beyond that. The more people we get on board over time, this is just going to keep growing, this little thing we have right here.
And how awesome was it that we found out how to get free breakfasts in Singapore?
I was just about to say
that was awesome.
Cool.
We found this place
or that we got
free.
the universal pass to go anywhere we liked in the marinas.
So
they stand.
really good.
that was
Okay.
cool.
Had to be there.
We missed anybody else. Anyone else have anything you want to add? We use this right now.
Kelly, you back?
Cal's back.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I
Cal,
was just actually, I didn't get to show. I tried ringing Julia today, but she's a busy girl.
Sorry.
But no, that's cool.
I was probably in the pool.
Oh, thanks a lot.
It's a lifestyle.
I was working very, very hard.
It's okay. I'll let you off this time. But I'm struggling with this, Secret of Genescon, because that's a video that I used to like using. What do we use now
20 minutes gone.
with it? Julia, you know about it, don't you?
Yeah, I tagged you in a post on Facebook. So Kel is basically using the link from her. Now, what is it called? Not the app, but online. Sorry, what is it called,
It's gone
Kel?
private.
J Mobile.
J Mobile.
No, not J Mobile.
Has it gone
The
private?
other one.
Global.
It doesn't matter. Where you pay like $21 a month. What's that
Okay.
called?
J Social.
Yeah, thank you, J Social. And for her, the video link isn't working anymore. Like the player still comes up with all the videos on the side, but the actual video URL shows as not available or something. But
Yeah.
I tagged you in a post yesterday. Angela Lucenti posted, because it's a new website and everything now. You need to reset probably. So just go in and try and fill out everything again from the very start. Go into your J Social, go into your videos, and then just reset them all somehow. Maybe the new website needs to be reset somehow.
I think
She
what
said,
Well, I'm confused even with the website, because I'm supposed to go to Kel Trevisan Global, or Jeunesse Global. Is it the AUUS or whatever it is, or what's the story
no,
there?
just it's
yeah.
Kel, it should be just no, you don't put the www anymore. It should just
No.
when you're setting it up, it should be http://keltrevisan.jeunesseglobal.com.
Well, what's this new one that's been coming up?
That will bring that should bring up the new site. Now I've been having trouble too. What I've figured out you've got to do is you've got to dump your old site and get rid of it.
Clean it.
You've got to delete it off your system and then re-enter it.
Clean your cookies.
Whatever. Clean your cookies.
Yes,
Yeah. And
What was that? Sorry, Julia.
definitely clean your cookies.
Clean your cookies.
Shut up.
Julia's had a long day.
Can you say that again, please?
You've got to clean your cookies. God's sake, how many times you
I need to mute myself.
You're a wally, Jules.
I think you guys trying to say to empty your internet cache or
Cache or whatever it is.
Yeah, clean out your
don't start
files.
talking technical. For goodness sake, I'm not running.
It keeps your history will keep like a shortcut.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you could try cleaning out the history
Yes.
and your internet files, and then you'll get and then type it in again,
Yeah.
and it should remember the new shortcut.
Yes. We have seen the new website when we're in the Philippines, and believe me, it looks stunning. It's a brilliant looking website.
Yeah, it's very good. Very
But
professional.
this Luddite here is having troubles. Sorry.
All right, John, you're doing pretty well.
So
John, when you are speaking with Rachel about the Sapphire thing,
yes.
would you be able to ask her if they know yet about the national conference date for next year and place?
What and when and where?
Yeah, please.
The Australian conference.
Hmm.
Yep.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll ask her that as well.
Great.
I know that they've been working on the next 6 months. I was talking to Aaron the other day, and he's been setting up booking sites for 6 months out, for the first 6 months of the year, for meetings and making sure they've got the venues booked for those. So that probably will, if they have it in May as they did last year, they've moved because all the conferences seem to be coming in the August, September, October, which was just too hard. So they've moved our one forward in the year to May. So it probably will be in around the May time. So we'll look at that. I'll have a look and see that if it's up yet. And if it's not, I will ask Rachel about that. Yeah.
I just know it was just before the Dubai incentive trip, so it would be just before the Mediterranean cruise incentive trip.
And when is that? That's in
May.
That's in May.
They had to change the date on that. They just changed it recently. Okay. I'll ask Rachel.
So John, just with regards to the new website, is that it?
I can't really see. That does look like it. Does that look like it to you, Anthony?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well that one comes up. So it's HTTPS Kel Treverson Jeunesse.global.com EN-US.
Yeah.
Right? Does that sound familiar?
We will whatever tags come on as a /after.com. I'm not sure they'll just be part of a URL.
Well, that's what
That's
Angela
amazing.
said. They still have that behind it, and from next year it'll be tailored towards Australia as well.
Okay.
Okay, so when you log in, it'll go back to your old website, right?
At this stage, until you, as Stuart says, clear your cache or clean your cookies.
The cookies.
Once you've done that, and your computer does not memorize, not going back to its memory or history and it'll keep taking it back to the old site. You should come up with your new site. Once you've got that, you're away.
Okay.
Because I haven't even seen the new website.
No.
Do you want me to show you again?
It's all good, Cal.
If you've got another computer somewhere in the house, or send your link to that as an email, the new link to it as an email, and then try opening it in a computer that doesn't have your website on it as a
good idea.
You'll probably find it open up, and then once you've got that, send it back.
Yeah, no.
You go then into this new website that you're just in, go into J Social and set it up there, and then it should work. Your links.
I'm just a truck driver. Come on, be nice.
But
I spend all my time. Hey?
Just log into your back office on the new website.
Come on, Julia, easy. Back office, cockies, just easy.
I'm too busy delivering all your Christmas gifts, guys. Just be nice. I'm so over Christmas already. Hey?
And
Get
Cal,
that sticker without trucks, Australia stops.
Cal,
without Kiwis, Australia stops, they say. Yes, John. Yes, John.
Say again, ever. I'm just a truck driver.
That's right. Good pickup,
Hey,
John.
I'm the best truck driver, mate.
Right.
Don't you worry. A Volvo representative told me that the other day. He's never driven with a truck driver that's not made it, or that's never. He's always been uncomfortable. He was so comfortable with me.
Therefore, you're not just a truck driver.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're not going to be just a sapphire or just a ruby. Just an
Oh, yeah, I just got to get time to bloody get there. That's the problem.
It's okay. It's okay. The only person you're racing with is you.
Oh, I know. No, it's all good. I'm happy where I am. That's cool.
It took me.
And
I've actually had
last week. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some people.
You know what's funny? Is yesterday I went and got my hair cut. I only had a day off, but I had to go to work for half the day. And my hairdresser, I think I might have told you before, is in Arbonne. And, she's Arbonne this, Arbonne that, Arbonne this. And next thing, she comes up to me yesterday and says, Kel, whatever you're on, I want.
Well.
So you told her about the drugs?
Yeah, I was going to say that to her, but she's, no. But I mean, that's why I wanted to talk to you, Julia, because I'm trying to find the right link to send her.
Yeah, just set
because
up
I was actually amazed.
Cal, don't worry about link. Just set up a 3-way call straight away.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, and just
Use
tell
a
her you're not
three-way
on Marvel.
call.
Who wants to
Yeah.
do my three-way?
Well,
Julia.
Julia will do it.
Hang on, Julia, sell on.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'm the beauty person.
You're
Done.
the beautifulest.
If you
Just
don't
call
want
it Kathy.
Julia, if
Call it
Julia
Kathy
don't
in
want
Florida.
set it up with Scott. If Scott doesn't want to do it, find
God knows it much
one of the
better.
guys. Well, you Scott's very good on the three-way calls. Very good.
Very,
Yes.
very good. Yeah.
So,
I would honestly recommend Scott because he will kind of drop in the business side a little bit as well. And he just knows the products for years.
Yep.
And
Well, I
he
said to her
knows-
yesterday, I said, she used to have her Arbonne products in there. And it's perfect opportunity for her to have her Jeunesse stuff in there as well.
set
Yeah.
up the three-way.
Yes, set up.
So I sent her information when I first started. And that was when she's like, Arbonne. And
Yeah.
so I didn't push it anymore. But then she come out and said, can you send me that info again? And I can't now because we don't have, Secret of Jeunesse.
Well, the
Let's
thing
use
is, I
some
don't know
other
why it's
stuff
on the website.
local.
It's
Sorry?
still on my website. It's still on the legacy.team website. I just had a look at it.
Is it?
Yeah, use that link.
Yeah.
So where do I find that though? Because I'm only using my iPad and I haven't used my laptop for a while.
It doesn't
Will it
matter.
show up?
It's all the internet.
It's on the website.
You got to
Okay.
copy the URL.
Yeah,
Can someone just send it to me?
I'll do it.
Sometime? Yep. Thank you. That'll be easier for me. Because I've been searching all day for stuff and it's just
Okay.
annoying me.
You're so
Okay.
sweet, Cal.
Thanks, thank you. He's going to do that for you.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you, Effany.
it's Anthony.
Effany. Love your work.
Not if you're from London, it's not. It's Anthony. All right.
Right.
You're all
Right,
right.
guys. Let's-
Awesome.
let's
Anybody
kind of-
else? Is that the
I've got
idea?
one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, go, Rachel.
I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about homework assignments with regard to book readings or a book club or something like that.
Yes.
And I'm wanting to hit us up on some homework coming up to school holidays and
Teachers.
Right.
weeks off.
I'm not going to be on. Sorry. I get you, and I'm not going to be on the call next week, but I will talk with Anthony through the week. There's a few good resource lists of what books to read, what tapes to listen to, everyone jumped onto MLM Nation now.
Yeah.
Yes. Brilliant.
Addicted.
That really,
So
I
good.
mean, I don't know where I was, but I never. Now I just have it in my car, and if I'm not running a CD, I just have it plugged in the car, and it's blasting out a podcast, and it's usually the podcast goes for about as long as I'm driving to where I'm going. It's just ideal. So that's,
Stupid question. Is that in your just on your music thing? Do you go to the store?
it's just an iTunes download. It's just podcast.
iTunes.
Once you've
Is that using data?
Yeah.
not a lot though.
No.
You
no,
I'm
download them.
always over my data.
There's no images, eh?
I said I'm paying a lot of overuse of my data.
Stop playing games.
But
She's on Baker. She's trying to beat Steve Baker.
no.
With the data thing, I download when I'm at home. Download the podcast to your phone, and then you can just delete it after you've listened to it or whatever. So when you go into your podcast list, there's a little circle on the right, and you click that, and it will ask if you want to download. And it only takes a couple of minutes. And you can download it when you're having brekkie, and then jump in the car and listen to it.
Oh, so it's not costing you data when you're listening to it.
No.
Well, if it's downloaded to your phone, no. And
Okay.
and sorry, one more thing. In the settings of your phone, find out how to. No, I'll go in there. It's you've got to change it so that it only updates the podcast when you're at home and not when you're out. The
Yeah.
first time I did it,
So when you're on your
I
own
got
home Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So
Is
that
that
way
the
you're
new
not.
battery saving mode thing?
No, it's in
It'll be in
settings.
network
I
settings.
can Google it. It's okay. Sorry.
Coming back to your request, Rachel, yes, I think that's a very good idea. Maybe we should look at probably trying to promote a book each month. I accept that we can't all read a book a day or a book a week. But
What if we do month by month? What if we do like the Legacies Book Club book of the month, and we start January 1?
okay,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
okay.
That's good.
How about we start with this book?
Anthony Cass's Guide to Being Awesome.
Pippa's Guide.
I thought you were going to bring out Anthony's fat loss.
At the moment. I am reading that at the moment.
Cool. It's a great reminder. It's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Maybe we can start from January.
I just
Okay.
don't think I can read that much.
Give me an audio and I'll be fine.
Yeah, I need an audio. I don't know. Yeah.
I've got the audio on it. It goes for 20 minutes. It's fantastic. It just cuts the book down short.
Good one, Dave.
Yeah, right.
Book reading itself.
Okay.
I
No,
have
that's,
one little thing to ask John and Anthony.
yeah.
I have for, I don't know whether it's of any interest for you, but I have had my very, very first ad running, a Facebook ad
All right.
for $5, and I got a sign up through it. And I just wanted to know whether maybe I should show how to do that one day for the people that maybe not having that much time, like mums. Like I have my kids 5 days a week. I work 2 days in my business here in my salon, so I hardly have any time to go out, meet for coffees. I don't have time to chat to many people on the phone. So I was looking for a different way for myself to get prospects or to get the products out there and the information. So I decided on doing a Facebook ad, and I'm actually doing a training at the moment, which cost me $1,500 on
Wow.
Facebook training on how to set up ads, on how to bring your message across, how to write it out and things like that. And I mean, getting a sign up for $5 if you don't have time to get out is pretty good. I just wondered if anybody's interested in knowing how to do that. I'm happy to just share it.
We can make it, JC, a part of another legacy.
That
we
certainly could be a Sunday night program.
Yeah, we could do it. You know what? Let's do it next week. We have your laptop out, shared screen, and we'll get you hosting it.
Yeah,
and
I just show you how to set one up
Brilliant.
because it's a lot of stuff. I didn't know about it, and I've been using advertising for years for my business, but I didn't know those very fine tweaks. And I think that might be very good for people that just don't have that much time to prospect out.
Thank you very
That's
much.
next week. Tune in next week, guys. We'll do that next week with Julia, starring Julia.
Now, I'm not going to be on next week. I'm going to be in Brisbane picking my wife up from the airport. She's finally coming home. She's seen how skinny I'm getting. Well, actually,
You dropped through my place for a
I
coffee,
think
John.
she checked to see how many beers I'm drinking, and she's decided to come and stop that bad habit.
Actually, you can drop it. You can drop it, Julia, in my
Joy
place
kill.
for coffee.
But
Yeah.
I was getting Anthony to host.
You should come around for dinner here, John.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll want to get off the plane and come to your place for dinner.
Yeah. It's a free feed. I know what she wants to do, John. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
We
on,
won't go there.
go around the house. Yeah, cut it out, Cal. The family.
Oh! I said nothing, grasshopper.
Right. So I'm going to give Anthony. Anthony, if you want to record it, you'll probably have to record it. But I'll give you my login, etc., and you'll have to log in. So you'll come up as John Chambers.
Awesome. So I'll be a Sapphire next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
You will anyway.
Right.
You will anyway.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hush, hush.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
you will anyway.
Funny.
Rightio. So if that's it,
Awesome.
are we done, guys?
Well, I think we're done. Great, meeting, guys. Awesome. Love how to
The
learn a
Legacy
few
Book
things.
Club,
Sorry, I was late.
the letters. I will
Right,
actually put up a
10%.
list through the week. I'll make up this. I'll grab this resource list of books and tapes that I believe you should read and that have been passed down through the leadership in Jeunesse. There are a number of books that are really, really important to read, that should read specifically for network marketing. You know, your first year in network marketing is one that by Yarnell. He's just recently died. The book has got a wealth of good knowledge on what to do, what to expect, and how to get through that first year in network marketing. It doesn't matter that you might be in your second or third year. It's still very valuable information. That's just one. But there's a number of Og Mandino books that are very, very good.
Brilliant books.
Book. Yeah, there's a number of very good books that are simple and you could read. You could read in 3 or 4 nights, but just give you a new perspective on what to do and how to do it and what to expect and how to be better people, better yous. You know, if you want to have a bigger business, become a better you. Simple as that.
Well, since John, it's only the 6th of December, right?
Yep.
So since it's near the start of the month anyway, and since Rachel's reading it, and since I've got it here, why don't we do the December book to be this one?
Okay. Fine.
Let's do that.
Because we won't get time to read it through December.
Okay, well,
That's right.
fine then.
15 minutes.
Listen to it, Cal. Listen to it,
to
like
it.
David.
If we got an audio, yeah, great.
We do. There is an audio. It goes for
Okay.
20 minutes apparently. But I'm going to put this out on the Legacy tonight. I'll write a little
Yes,
thing. It'll
please.
be the book for December, okay? So the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That'll be this month's one. And then John will pick next month.
If you,
John,
yeah.
are you able to make a list at all and put it in the files with the books that you guys recommend, and maybe also the link to the audio books?
That's the one I was going to suggest we need to,
Yeah.
like, let Cal, for the 7 habits, you probably just need to jump on YouTube and just search for 7 habits of, you'll probably find there is an audio version available.
There is, yeah.
And I also propose then wine and cheese, because that's what you have to have at a book club convention to discuss the book on the final Sunday to go through the criteria of thought-provoking comments we want to share.
Yeah, and it'll be a test. It'll be a test as well, Rachel. What do you think?
Well, there's a school teacher involved.
Yeah.
Of course.
No test.
There'll be
Do a
multiple
test.
and
No test.
I'll be in charge
And then
of
what we'll
recommending
do,
wine and
we'll have,
cheese.
we'll have a certain percentage to passing rate, and any failures,
at
then I'll
least-
take care of them with training. So people that fail, come see me.
100% you go to, right?
Awesome. All right, so that's going to be the book for the month of December. You know what? I don't mind having this big list, but to be honest, I like not having too many books, and then all of a sudden someone says, "Hey, month of January, we're reading this one." I don't know. It's just personally,
Yeah, we take
maybe it's an old Amway thing. I don't know. But personally, I'm like,
Well,
what's that?
in the old
Yeah,
days,
we can still say that though. Not everybody will look at the actual list, but I will.
Okay.
in the old Amway days, it was a book of the month and a tape of the week.
Book of the month. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
What
And
about
maybe we can do mentor of the month. Maybe we could, like, I don't know, one month we could be listening to Brian Tracy, next month Jim Rohn, next month Robert Kiyosaki, whatever. I don't know. That could be another option as well, you know.
Or we could go alphabetically.
Oh, hey, start with me then.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll get all of my stuff out.
So
Alright, guys,
and then who's the next one? John or Julia? Yeah, John's next. Oh no, Dave's next, and then John's next.
You're the teacher. You should know the alphabet.
She's setting bloody homework for us.
I know. That's
I bloody hate homework. I bloody hate
Same
homework.
here.
I'll tell you what.
I like being told what
all
to
of a
do.
sudden, this meeting just sucks. We're getting homework now.
All right, John, thank you so
Not
much again for
All
hosting the
right,
meeting. Guys, thank you for coming in.
Thanks,
Have
guys.
a fantastic week. Stay productive.
Come on, high
it's gonna
five.
Woo! Woohoo!
Bye.
Anthony, your name
Thanks,
up.
Anthony.
See you guys.
All over.
Good night, all.
Thanks,
Bye.
Anthony. I got your message.
No worries. Bye.